I'm not going to lie, I must be a pretty good cyclist to survive that weather. That was a scary cycle home. But I'm here, and I'm alive, and I made it. Yay. It's day 23! Woo! Jazz hands, it's so exciting. It's that close to Christmas. It's very wonderful. Just got back from the second performance of the panto and the first time of being a gnome in front of the audience. And I had my work in today, and I had one of my besties in. Maggie was in, and that was excellent and wonderful. And it went very well, and my gnomes were on form, as they always are, and they were brilliant, and one of them gave me a box of chocolates, which is very, very sweet of him, so thank you very much to you. Yeah. So there you go, I'm still on a buzz. It's like 11:30, and I'm like buzzing. So today I'm going to tell you a little story about some crickets. Yes, the little critters that hop and get everywhere. Right, crickets. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I have a bearded dragon, which is a lizard. And bearded dragons live on vegetables and insects, and Seymour's choice of insect is crickets. Now, because it's Christmas, we had to order in the crickets because they weren't going to do an order over Christmas, so we had to order them before. And I was like, okay, I'll just bulk buy. And since I've had Seymour, which has been for nearly 2 years, I've bought tubs of crickets, which are £3 each, and there's like 70 crickets in each tub. So I usually buy sort of 2 boxes of crickets every week or so. And then they told my dad, because my dad goes and picks up my crickets for me, that I could buy a bag of 500 crickets for a tenner. I was like, that's brilliant. How come they've never told me that before? Because I always get my crickets from the same lady, and they never told me that before. That would have saved me a shed load of money. Because the amount of crickets that I buy for Seymour, brilliant. So I thought, okay, we'll just do that. We'll just buy a bag of crickets. Brilliant. So on Friday, they arrive. Now on Friday, I finished work at 4. I had to be to panto. I don't know, I think I had to leave at like 6 or something to get to panto. So I was like, I'll get home, I'll have my tea, I'll get my bag ready for panto, I'll have a shower, it'll all be nice and relaxed and wonderful. I'll sort out the crickets, take about 10 minutes. I kind of thought that the crickets would be like in a big bag, but maybe in tubs inside the bag, so that I could just tip them in to the big containers, and then that would be that. Oh, I couldn't have been more wrong. I come home, my dad's home, and he's like, okay, the crickets, I was told that the crickets, some of them had eaten through the bag, so they had to be put in another bag. And I was like, oh, that doesn't sound very good. So I expected it to be not a plastic bag, but like, you know, just a normal bag, tippable. But it was in one of those really big, like mail bags, like that really weird material that's like weaved. And so I was still thinking, they're probably, hopefully, in tubs inside this bag. So I undo the top, open it up, and there's just all these 500 loose crickets. I was like, oh my days. That's not good. Closed it up. I don't mind crickets, but I don't want them jumping all over the place. So I'm thinking, how on earth am I going to get all these crickets in to the tubs? I have these like plastic containers to put the crickets in. I only have 2 of them. Luckily I had a third one, like a smaller one lying around. I was like, how's that going to work? Because I couldn't tip them in. And crickets like to have egg cartons in with them because they like to hide and stuff and like be in the dark. So there was these like 2 massive huge egg cartons, but I couldn't get them out and put them in because they were bigger than the containers that I had. So I was like, how am I supposed to do this? I need to be at panto. I thought it was going to take 10 minutes. What do I do? No word of a lie. The only way that I could get those crickets out of that massive bag into the container was to literally pick them up one at a time and put them from the bag into the container. Bag, container, bag, container. Oh my god, I was there for nearly an hour. 500 crickets. One at a time. Needless to say, I had to sort out the crickets, have a shower, get my bag ready, and have my tea before leaving. I think it was in the end probably 6:10 I ended up leaving. I didn't finish sorting out my crickets till about 6:20. So I did everything else in the space of half an hour. That did not please me at all. So as much as I now have 500 crickets, which I have far too many in those tubs, they're probably going to start dying off because I just haven't got the room for them. They're just climbing on top of each other, and there's not enough food for them, I suppose, because there's not enough room to put loads and loads of food for these crickets. But so far, so good. So, you know, fingers crossed they'll survive. Yeah, so as much as it saves me money and I have loads of crickets now, as long as they survive, I'm not going to do that again. Whoever invented just putting loose crickets in a bag why would you do that? At least put them in the tubs that you can also buy and then put them in the bags. Easy, then you take them out and dip them in. Simple as that. Or I could just get a bigger tub. But I'm not going to do that because I don't need a bigger tub when I have 3 tubs already. So there you go. That is my story about crickets. Luckily, none of them escaped. That I know of. I haven't found any yet, but you never know. But Seymour appreciated them. So there you go. Yeah, that's that. I'm now going to go shower and wind down and watch Jim Chapman before I go to bed. It's now just gone 25 to 12. I'm going to be tired in the morning. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow for Christmas Eve. Woo!